So the Crunchyroll Awards was yesterday? Don't remember, I think it was yesterday. And I decided to talk about some of the winners that I actually know. Now, I'm not going to do all of them just because that would be a lot, but the ones that I was happy and excited with to win, clearly we know one. But with that being said, here we go. So the first one I want to talk about is the best main character, which was Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece. First of all, love the picture they chose. I love it. But honestly, I think this makes perfect sense that he won. I understand maybe some of the people he went up against. I don't know Denji or Mob from Chainsaw Man and Mob Psycho. I at least know a little bit of Eren. But just, I am more of a One Piece fan than some of those. So, for me, Luffy made obvious sense, especially with this being, last year's Technical Awards, with him doing Gear 5 last year, the end of Wano. I think him winning this clearly makes sense. I mean, you were hearing about his Gear 5 for a long time when that episode came out. I mean, it was just everything that my TikTok had, my YouTube had. Facebook was hitting me with his Gear 5. And so Luffy winning this makes a lot of sense to me. I didn't vote because by the time I realized this was happening, the voting was already over. But him winning this made a lot of sense. I would have voted for Luffy if I had realized it. I kind of want to vote next year, so I'm probably going to. But for this case, I would have voted for Monkey D. Luffy. We're talking about Luffy. Let's continue with One Piece. And then best continuing series was One Piece. I feel like it makes a lot of sense to me. You had the end of Wano last year. You also still have his Gear 5 to consider. That was also in the same season. And when you think about the other nominees that this ran up to, I have a little list here that I can remember from. It had JJK, Demon Slayer, Spy X Family, Attack on Titan, I believe was also in this one. Attack on Titan, I could kind of see maybe winning this too, but I think it's the best continuing series, and Attack on Titan ended with its last season last year. So I feel like if they had won best continuing series after it's already over, I don't know how much sense that would have made, but I could definitely see it winning, though. I'm not saying that it didn't deserve it. It easily could have. I just don't know how much sense it would have made to an anime that is still ongoing and has been for freaking years. And all the other ones are still relatively new. Like JJK, Demon Slayer, Spy X Family are all decently new. When a show is still continuing after over 1,000 episodes like One Piece is, I think they hands down could win this category. Until it's actually over. I mean, the show is obviously still going for a reason. So winning Best Continuing Series One Piece made perfect sense to me. I could see JJK winning. I could see Demon Slayer winning. But I think One Piece has the best reason for winning because of how long it is and the fact that it's still ongoing. Another one that definitely deserved this award, I mean, obviously they all did, is Anime of the Year went to Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. I think this makes sense. I am not fully done with this, but I have accidentally seen enough spoilers to feel pretty confident saying that they had every right to win Anime of the Year. Last year, Jujutsu Kaisen was literally almost all I was hearing about when it came to social medias. I mean, everybody was talking about Jujutsu Kaisen, talking about Gojo, talking about Geto, talking about, the Shibuya incident, talking about hidden inventory. Like, all of everything that I was hearing was all Jujutsu Kaisen. So to me, them winning Anime of the Year, hands down, makes amazing sense with the other people that they had. I know that the others was Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man, and I know a few others. I only wrote down them for some reason. But still, to me, I was hearing more about the Jujutsu Kaisen than I even was Demon Slayer. I was hearing stuff about Demon Slayer, but not even after it was over. Like, once Demon Slayer ended, I wasn't hearing too much about it anymore. The Jujutsu Kaisen ended, like that season did, still hearing about it. Like, it's still around, you're still hearing it, you still know it's going to be a thing, even with the issues with the animation. I mean, they're still being talked about, and I think them winning Anime of the Year is just, to me, made sense. I probably, if I had voted, I would have voted Jujutsu Kaisen because it's a great anime. I love the characters. Gojo is my favorite character in the show. So to me, speaking of favorite character in the Jujutsu Kaisen, best supporting character went to Gojo. I was so happy. I mean, obviously, when you look at the list that he had, he even went up against Gato. Gato? Yeah. Said his name wrong for a second. There was Power from Chainsaw Man. There's a character from Attack on Titan and some others. But Gojo, to me, was obviously going to be the one that would win this. I mean, not even just his looks alone, but I think just everything else about Gojo. How strong he is, the type of character he is. He's goofy, he's silly. I mean, I am one of those people that think he is basically Dazai in another show. And it doesn't help that his voice actor in English is Dazai. So, I think to me, when I saw him, I was like, first of all, I would have voted for Gojo immediately, but he was going to win. I mean, I instantly knew that when I saw his name pop up. I am slightly upset that no one in Bungo, at least, was in any of this. And I'm sure there are reasons why, but I think if Dazai was on this, I think it could have been between Gojo and Dazai if he was on here as well. But I love Gojo so much, and he deserved to win this supporting character, especially after season 2, with his backstory with Gato and the Shibuya incident. He had every right to win this one. This one, I think, made me really excited more than any of them, which I know might sound crazy. But best original anime, which means it doesn't have a manga or anything, was Buddy Daddies. I only recently watched Buddy Daddies, like a few weeks ago. And I loved it so much. It was so funny. The story is hilarious. The characters in it are so good. Kazuki is basically my type to a full-on T. Rei is my best friend's type, which is really funny. And she is really cute. She could be a little bit on the annoying side, but not bad. She was enough that it was still funny. It's a great anime. I think the fact that it won this, I think tells me that people do know about it, but I just don't hear people talk about it, is my biggest thing. Like, I want people to be talking about Buddy Daddies. I want there to be another season. I want more of this, like, so badly. But when I saw Buddy Daddies won Best Original Anime out of the other people that was there, I'm trying to look and see. I don't remember who all they were up against, but I was so happy that they won this. I learned about them actually from Danny, Mata, and Nick Connor and their podcast together. That's how I learned about this show, and I watched it because of them, and now I'm hooked on it. So I was very excited too about Demon Slayer winning some, clearly. They won several others. This is the only quick one I could find that I could use for this. Best Art Direction. They also won Best Animation and Best Fantasy as well. And they might have won a few others. I don't remember. That might have been it. But I was really excited about this one too. I know that Swordsmith Village arc people have said maybe isn't as good as like Entertainment District or Mugen Train. But I think still either way, Swordsmith Village arc was still really good. I think the animation was still incredible. Even if it may not have been as flashy as it was with Tengen, or as, the way that Mugen Train was with Rengoku and Akaza and all of that stuff. I still think it was really good. I loved Mitsuri and Riichiro. I loved both of them so much. I actually really loved him. He became one of my tops just because of this season, because we really haven't seen him too much. And so he wasn't at first up there for me. Now he is, because I at least understand him now. And Mitsuri is up there for me too. I loved all of them. I loved this season as well. Maybe not as much. I think I still do like Entertainment District and Mugen Train more. But I think Swordsmith Village arc was still incredible. And I am really excited for the next season. The Hashira training. I want to see more Sanemi. To be honest, I love Sanemi. I want to see more of him. His voice actor is also Dazai in the English dub, so obviously I want that. But I loved the fact that they at least won some. Even though the season may not have been as good, I still think it deserved to win some of the awards that it did. So those were some of my favorite ones that won any of the awards. I love One Piece, I love Demon Slayer, I love Jujutsu Kaisen and Buddy Daddy. So those were kind of my ones. Let me know what ones you were excited about. And yeah, just let me know here. This video is going to also be on TikTok. Depending on how long it is, I might have to shorten it. But go check out my YouTube channel under the same name, Shelby Osamu. And go subscribe, follow, all the fun things. And I am so happy you were here. Believe it.